Oh, hell yeah. Welcome to the podcast, Stop Crying Poser. Greatest podcast known to man as voted by the squirrelfish, the red-tooth triggerfish, the salmon. Shout out to everyone who chose to tune in live right here on twitch.tv/Ninja Lifestyle. We do this podcast every single Friday, right around 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. Right now it is 3:53, 23 minutes late, not too bad. Shout out to iBookBoy, Mr. Jesus, Rast, Day-Day, Infamy, Elite Soup, Gubby, Bitcoin, Day-Day, Josh Lane, William, iBookBoy, Day-Day, William, Austin, Mr. Jesus, Bitcoin, Elite Soup, WP Gutta, Moobot. Not even a real person. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I have a whole, notepad filled with things to talk about. It's always my worst nightmare if it's someone's first time watching the podcast and we have a disaster like we had last week. I ran out of topics like 9 minutes into the podcast, and then I just try and ramble for as long as I can to stretch it out. To be fair, though, we don't have a bad podcast that often. What are we on? Episode like 270? We've probably had like 10 bad episodes. So what's that? 1 out of every 20 ends up being terrible. And those people that tune into that podcast being their first podcast, they never come back. Just like me. Never going back to that barbershop. What do we want to start with? Well, I have some street name stuff, stupid fat Americans. Can I talk to you guys about hate speech? Some of you guys already saw this on Instagram. I got a strike on my Facebook for hate speech. You guys know me. Super hateful, racist dude. Hates women, minorities, Asian people. Pissing me off all the time. No, never. I literally wrote, this is the best part. The year was 2013. It was a different time. I wrote the words, stupid fat Americans. That's all I wrote on my Facebook. 10 years later, they send me a fucking notification. Your post has been taken down. It violates our hate speech rules. I said, after 10 years? First off, show me a non-fat American. I'll wait. Then show me a non-stupid one. I'll wait. I satisfy both of those. So, if anything, if anyone knows about stupid fat Americans, it's going to be someone in the group of stupid fat Americans. Also, there was no context. I didn't write stupid fat Americans deserve to all drown. Didn't write that. I left it for interpretation. Stupid fat Americans. I could have you finish the sentence. Stupid fat Americans sure are cute. Stupid fat Americans always smell nice. Stupid fat Americans are great tippers. It could be anything. But alas, I am a hate speech activist now, according to Facebook. I don't know what that shit's all about. Anyways, this week has been great, dude. Skateboarding this week went really good. I did a nose grind 180. That video came out today. I filmed those on Tuesdays, so I'm just sitting there waiting for it to come out like, oh boy, can't wait for everybody to see that one single trick I did this week. And we changed it up this week too. We added some sound effects to the video. What the fuck is on my hat? We don't often add sound effects, just to change it up a little bit. Hit you with something you haven't seen before. Skating's been going good. My back, it's interesting right now. As I'm filming this podcast, my back is in a lot of pain. But skateboarding 4 days ago, it went really well. No problems at all. It's funny because exactly 1 year ago, in July, so 11 months ago, I tried the exact same trick, and it was really hot, okay? It's like 105 degrees outside. The sun is just beating down on me. That's what my excuse is going to be, and my back was probably more injured than it is this year, so I couldn't pull it off. Nose grind 180. We're talking about a trick. See, as a skateboarder, getting old kind of sucks, right? I heard someone talk about this the other day in reference to baseball. Like, at some point in any like sports career, you're gonna go up and you're gonna get better and better and better and better, and then you're gonna get worse and worse and worse and worse, and eventually you're gonna barely be able to ollie, right? Or push, who knows? So I'm kind of struggling with that. And the internet always goes, well, yeah, the fucking ninja lifestyle sucks. He can't even hit a 20-stair handrail. Like, okay, well, most people can't after they've been blasting their spine for 23 straight years. Like, in 23 years, I haven't ever taken more than a week off of skateboarding. So my body's kind of beat up. Also, people just get old. And then inevitably, the internet person's always like, well, I know a guy who's 40 who can kickflip. Okay. And? Do you know one that's 50? How about 60? How about 70? How about 80? How about 90? Because as soon as you say, oh, I know someone who's 90, then the next person's going to go, what about 100? Anyways, skating's been going really good, dude. I'm hoping we can keep it moving for a little while, but I am still battling with the idea that we're not going to be able to pull this off forever. Speaking of that, though, I've been lifting weights for 10 straight weeks in a row. Haven't missed a single workout. 10 weeks in a row. I haven't quit. We've been doing it. I've been changing my workout routine. But on the same day that I landed the nose grind 180, I also lifted an amount of weight that I had a lot of trouble with 6 weeks ago. So it's nice to see a little bit of progress. I don't want to bore you guys. The reason I haven't brought it up that often, I don't want to bore you guys with like little workout stories. Like, oh, I went outside and did something. I want people to notice, right? I went to this bar on Wednesday called Torrey Pines, and I saw this guy in there that I haven't seen in a long time. And he goes, hey, I haven't seen you in a while. And he goes, you lost some weight. And I'm like, yes, just go on. Then go on. What else is going on? Because you don't notice people changing unless you haven't seen them in a while. So that was nice. I've been lifting, been skating, things are going good. My back hurts today, but this week was a really positive week. Okay, I'm back. I had a shit attack. I drank a lot of Mike's hard lemonades yesterday, and Mike's Revenge is going down right now. What were we talking about? We talked about lifting weights. That's what it was. Oh, so I almost burned my house down the other day for fun. Just got bored. I was like, hey, let's start a fire. So I have a pistol, a gun in my bedroom, and it has a little light on it. And whatever, I was showing it to somebody, or I don't remember what was going on. It was in my living room, and I put it under this pillow. Just fell under the pillow. I sat on the pillow, and I shot my friend in the face. No, I'm kidding. And then the light turned on. Nothing should happen, right? Light turned on. I didn't know about it. Light was on for probably 30 minutes. I finally fucking see it. I'm like, oh, damn, like my pillow's glowing. And I pick it up, and this motherfucker's like smoking. I'm like, what the fuck? Almost burnt my goddamn house down from some little ass light. So now I got to keep an eye on that. I say that just in case any of you guys have weapons lights. Don't leave them on too long under a pillow, because they will overheat. Maybe not all of them. I got mine off Amazon for a very fair price. I always buy everything on there for super cheap. I feel like Amazon, not to go off on a tangent here, but their return policy is so good that it's almost worth it to try some shit that only has like 2 reviews. I found, what was I looking for? A bike seat. This is some big Amazon scam that I'm barely finding out about. I clicked this bike seat, and it was, whatever, like $10. I was like, damn, bike seat for $10? I need a new bike seat. Mine's all hard and goes into your asshole. You have to get fucked every time you ride your bike. Not me. Not anymore. Not since I got $10 in my pocket. So I did that, and it was like 2 sizes. I was like, okay, it was 2 sizes. So I click the alternative bike seat, and it's a decorative Christmas card. I'm like, wait, what? You know how usually it'd be like, do you want a green one, a red one, a blue one? This one has a bike seat and then a decorative Christmas card. A stack of Christmas cards. So you can, I don't know why they're under the same listing. But, oh yeah, you guys notice the hair. They're under the same listing, but one is a decorative card. And then I scroll down to the reviews. I'm like, oh, this bike seat has really good reviews. And I look at all the reviews. They're like, I love these decorative cards. So someone took that listing and changed it from a bike seat to decorative cards. Anyways, moving on. Streaming has been really fun lately. If you guys, I know there's probably a handful of people that are either watching this on YouTube or people that only tune in on Fridays. I want to remind you guys that you're all missing out, because we stream here on Twitch usually Sundays, Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, 4 days a week. We usually start around 9 p.m. Pacific time and go around midnight, 1, 2 o'clock. And we play these games, and they go so crazy, dude. Last night, we played Quiplash and What the Dub, and I feel like a lot of the people in my chat room have like a similar sense of humor. Everything that's like off limits becomes on limits. Man, it's I think last night one of the questions was things you should never put in a microwave, and one person put a baby, and then one person put your baby. So two people had the exact same joke, and it's just so funny, man. I've been having a really good time playing that, and if anyone has been curious about maybe joining us for the Twitch streams that are not this podcast, then I certainly recommend it. Speaking of that, I also become wiser and smarter every time we stream, because I watch cooking videos, we watch a little BMX video, we watch skateboarding, cooking, comedy, all kinds of crazy, weird videos that people just come up with. And also, let me start this out, okay? I've been riding my bicycle a little bit more often because I wear this camera on my chest, and I live stream me riding my bicycle. It's fun. I chat with everybody. We go exploring the suburbs of Las Vegas. It's not all casinos and lights and glamour. Oh no. There's also bum feces occasionally, if you know where to look. So I've been riding my bike a lot, and I've had this bicycle since I was probably 8 years old, same bicycle. And as I was looking on Amazon, I found out that there's actually adult bikes and kid bikes, but I think I'm more comfortable on a kid bike. I identify as someone who rides a kid bike. So I bought new bike tires, like the tube that goes in the tire, got that, bought a new seat, bought new grip, handlebars, bought a light that I duct taped to the front of it, bought this chest rig to wear on it, all these little upgrades. My bike doesn't have any fucking brakes. So the brilliant and wonderful Love My Toe chatter in the chat room said, why don't you just look up how much a new bike is? It turns out I've spent about $35 trying to soup up my old shitty bike. I get a brand new bike from Walmart for $98. Probably after this podcast is over, I'm going to go buy it right now. I'm a little intimidated to put it together, but you know, with YouTube, I'm sure I can figure it out. But that's the thing. I've spent 1/3 of this money. I don't even have brakes. 1/3 of this money. My tires are worn flat. Everything's bent up. You know the little reflectors? Don't got those. They broke off years ago. And I'm just going to get a new bike. I deserve it. Even if it's a kid's bike. Also, I'm going to get one that's bright green. And guess what's coming in the mail? A giant bike seat for my giant badonkadonk. And then also I got green like grips. So I'm going to be in a lean, mean, green bike streaming machine. Like a dirty white boy. Just cruising the streets of Vegas, filming things, having a good time. Dude, I'm excited. Yet another reason you guys should watch the Twitch streams more often, because we're not doing this shit on YouTube. YouTube's not ready. Not ready at all, so I'm probably get a new bike. It's exciting. Plus, I can either give my old bike away to some kid or try and sell it for $5 to some tweaker, or I can just hold on to it for parts. Maybe I'll need an extra, I don't know any bike part. I don't know any titles of bike parts. Maybe I'll need a new gizmo for the old tail fin. What else has been going on? Golden Knights. We talk about them. That's our NHL hockey team, the Las Vegas Golden Knights. I had these loose plans to see if maybe I could go to a playoff game. And, I did go to a playoff game. I mean the finals game, the Stanley Cup game. So I just thought to myself, you know what, dude, I'm willing to spend a little bit of extra money, like what, $150? Fuck it, I'll go to an NHL game for $150. Well, I looked up the tickets. The cheapest possible ones, when I looked them up, were $400, and the prices range anywhere between $400 and $11,000. So definitely not gonna be going to any of those games live, but still hyped because there's so many places here, being an entertainment city. There's so many places where I can go and watch the game on a giant screen with, 200-300 people cheering, going crazy, or maybe not cheering, maybe crying, right? It's always fun I watch a lot of these at a casino called the Circa. It has a big 3 like story tall, I don't know, like screen where you can watch all sports, and it's part of a sports book. So you go down to the bottom of the screen, right where, like, if you're watching TV, where the power button would be, and there's a little guy down there who will take your bets. So you go to the bottom of this giant TV, give some money, bet, go back up to the top, sit on this balcony, watch sports, and it's great because when you score, the whole casino goes nuts. Yeah! And then when you don't score, you see like the 3 drunk guys go, fuck! God, fuck! Fuck this team! And for me, it's kind of like a win-win situation, right? If the Golden Knights win, I go, oh boy, win, happiness. And if we lose, I get to people watch people dying inside and just being super mad and angry and drunk. And that's almost as good. Almost as good. Hey, I didn't tell you guys, we have new stickers. Well, they're not new, but I re-upped. I re-upped on my stickers. So would you guys like to win a pack of stickers if you live in America, shipped right to your doorstep, free of charge? All you have to do is answer today's trivia question, and cheating is allowed. First one to answer it in the chat room wins. This question is, what species of fish produces the most eggs? This is on usefultrivia.com, so it's probably going to be incorrect. And usually when I get the answer wrong, I end up having to, I have to send out both, like 2 different sticker packs. So, this fish produces more eggs than any other species of fish. In fact, it produces more eggs than any other vertebrate on the planet. Vertebrate. A single female can produce up to 300 million eggs in a single spawning, each measuring about 1.3 millimeters. Considered a delicacy in Asia, a single one of these can fetch prices as high as $600? That can't be real. Leet Soup says, Lada Mola. On my screen it says Mola Mola. The chat room said salmon. Leet Soup said Lada Mola, and Spider-Man said Lada Mola. So I'm going to use my power of deduction to assume that this question is correct. So Leet Soup is the winner, and you win. Send me a DM after the podcast with your address, and I will send these stickers to you. I'm just going to assume I was wrong. If we find out later that the answer was salmon, we'll get that figured out. Moving on. Have you guys heard about airline food? Have you guys heard about Bam Margera? You guys are going to love this TMZ headline. It simply reads, I'm going to smoke crack until I'm dead. Unless I can see my son. This was yesterday. So let's read the article a little bit here. Bam Margera is having a meltdown because he hasn't seen his son in over 2 months, threatening to smoke crack until he's dead, unless he gets to see his kid. Now, before we dive into this, first off, not a good, like, ultimatum, right? Hey, I'm either gonna smoke crack or hang out with a kid. Like, wait, what? There must be a better way to go about this, right? He could do it the way of, like, Gandhi, like, I'm not gonna eat. Is that a Gandhi thing? I'm not gonna eat until I see my kid. But to be like, I'm gonna smoke crack until I see my kid. I feel like you're just looking for a reason to smoke crack. You kind of already know that you're losing custody. I think you're just looking for you want to convince yourself that it's not your fault you're smoking crack. You're gonna smoke the crack, but you're gonna blame, like, the mom. Like, she made me do it. I told her what was gonna happen. It was either crack or give me my kid, and she chose for me to smoke crack. It's all her fault. I feel like that must be, like, how he's interpreting things. The former Jackass star just posted an alarming rant on his newest social media account, ripping his family and his estranged wife, Nikki. Bam says Nikki and his relatives are driving him to drink, and he says waking up every day knowing he's probably not going to see his son makes things even worse. At the end of the video, Bam threatens to go down to the boardwalk to smoke crack with the bums until he's dead, or until Nikki allows him to see his son. Here's my thing, Bam. Bam is, I mean, I don't know if he's a millionaire, or maybe his finances aren't the way they once were. Maybe they are. Why do you gotta go do it with the bums? You know you have a crack dude that will probably drive the crack to you. Why bother the bums? Or maybe this is a charity situation. he has unlimited crack. He might be running low on friends. Bums like crack, and they will be your friend in exchange for crack, I imagine. I haven't tested out this theory, but the day is young. We can go to the to the underground tunnels, and we can try it out. Hey, everyone! I got a bunch of crack, and I need some friends. Maybe it's not that funny, but here's the other telling part. Meanwhile, Nicki just filed new legal documents this week seeking sole custody, sole physical and legal custody over Phoenix, the son, plus $15,000 a month in child support. Now, I don't understand exactly how child support works, but it seems like they just come up with these numbers randomly. $15,000 a month. Like, how much ice cream is the kid eating? This has got to be just like a ploy for money, right? You know those people when they burn themselves at McDonald's and then they sue McDonald's for like $10 million? Like, I burnt myself. I'm just looking for money. I'm not saying that she doesn't deserve money and happiness, but to demand $15,000 a month, that's not... So it's in the word, right? The word child support. Child support. You're supporting the child. I feel like $15,000 a month is going to do way more than support the child. It's ex-wife support. You're paying now ex-wife support, a little bit for the kid. Also, if these are old photos, this kid is like, he doesn't need 24-hour supervision, you know, the way that you would have like a newborn or something, right? So it's just $15,000 a month kind of seems like maybe, I don't want to make anyone the victim here. Like, maybe they're both pieces of shit. Is that going too far? Maybe Bam is a piece of shit for being manipulative and blaming all of his drug addictions on everyone else. But maybe she sucks too. Now, I respect her decision to not to not hand her child over to a crackhead. I'm down with that. But I feel like this could have been $5,000 a month. $5,000 a month. $15,000 a month. You're making more money than a lot of people. Just because you fucked a crackhead. Most people don't get rewarded for fucking a crackhead. Not in my experience. I haven't looked into this topic that much, but I don't think most people get free money for fucking a crackhead or just bailed out $15,000 a month. I don't know. What do you guys think? Maybe I'm overdoing it. Maybe they both smoke crack. I don't know. Moving on. We haven't read news articles in a while, but we got one today. Free lap dances for life for Golden Knights players if they're victorious in the Stanley Cup final. Now, first off, kind of stingy of these strippers to offer free lap dances. Like the Stanley Cup, why, what? We won the Western Conference division, right? That should be enough. Also, the whole idea is funny. You think these broke ass, fucking ratchet ass strippers, you think these millionaires want to hang out there? I'm not saying it's not a fun time, but you think these millionaires with nice, good Canadian values, you think they really want to go to the fucking Larry Flint's Hustler Club? Let's read. A Las Vegas gentlemen's club, Larry Flint's Hustler Club, is offering players of the no space, we're back! No, hit the space bar! Is offering players of the Vegas Golden Knights. Listen, I'll make it big for those of you watching. No space bar. Right here. This used to be our biggest, most popular, most fun bit, was to read the news and watch them spell shit wrong. And right here, the simple action of hitting the space bar. God damn it. Every single time. Moving on. Players of the Vegas Golden Knights, an incentive if victorious in the Stanley Cup final. First game is tomorrow. The success of the Vegas Golden Knights has played an integral role in boosting our community's morale, said Brittany Rose. Oh my God. I haven't read an article in so long. We're blowing it. As the first professional sports team to debut in Las Vegas, we decided to show our support by extending free lap dances for life in efforts to help motivate and lead the team to victory. The Gentlemen's Club said they are offering the team platinum VIP membership access and free lap dances for life. From some stankin' ass booty. Officials in a press release said they hope this offer helps motivate a championship win. Okay, I'm gonna my God. First off, this is free press, right? Free press. No one on the Las Vegas Golden Knights is gonna be taking that shot in slow motion thinking, oh man, I can't wait for some chick with a stab wound and fucking half a titty to fucking give me a free lap dance later, as if I can't afford it on my $8 million a year salary. The lap dances over there are $40. I don't think this is motivating anything. Anyways, it's kind of funny. The strip clubs in Las Vegas are kind of like comedy clubs. I don't know if you guys have seen on your social media, but I get it all the time. We have a strip club here called Little Darlings, and they put the most fucked ass shit on their billboards, like just funny ass shit, and it's a prime billboard right on the I-15 big highway. They put things like right now, high school just graduated. They'll put in bold letters, graduated high school ? Come be a stripper. Just funny, crazy shit. They'll be like, sick of COVID? Like, the strippers are too. Just funny shit. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but they're really like risque billboards, and I think they're funny. Anyways, moving on. We're rambling now. How long has it been? 35 minutes in with a 5-minute shit. What else do we have to talk about? Okay, final topic today, spam. You ever be reading your emails and then there's just spam? I'm joking. We were watching a cooking video last week, and you guys feel free to judge me and publicly shame me. Spam is a type of food. What's in it? Pork elbow. We don't know. Pork foot. Pork toenail, like the end of the pig's tail and this edge of the snout, eyeball, eyebrow, and maybe like a piece of its knee. Pork knees and elbows. And they squish it all together in this weird substance that says it's cooked already. I got spam, the low-fat food. I got low-fat, 25% less fat. Still a shit fuck of fat. 25% less sodium. No, doesn't seem like it. I never have bought spam in my life. We've been cooking with it. It's actually not bad. It's one of those things, though. We saw it on a cooking video, and the professional chef made it look amazing. And then I get it. I open this can. It looks like fucking cat food. I try it. A little bit. It's much better when you heat it up. That's what I found. You heat it up. And after this podcast, I'm going to have me a little plate of spam and eggs. I didn't eat today. Probably because I drank all those Mike's lemonades and they fucking coated my stomach. Also, speaking of random things, there was a spider in my bathroom today. And I know I'm a little bitch. I don't like to touch the bugs, right? So I feel like there's a way I can just spray it and it'll just go away. I sprayed it with like room spray, like freshener, air freshener, and it hurt him. It hurt him. But then I went back for my second shit attack, and he was still alive. He was struggling with the web, making of the web. So then I hit him. Then I hit him with the athlete's foot spray. I don't have athlete's foot, but if I ever do, I can have the spray up there. Maybe it's expired. I hit that spider with the athlete's foot spray. We'll see if he survives that. I'll let you guys know next week in the next podcast how that worked out. But yeah, I'm ready to eat some spam and eggs. I'm ready to check and see if that spider's dead or not. And I hope you guys are ready to have a great weekend. That's all I have for the podcast today. If you tuned in late, don't worry. The repeat of this podcast comes out on Sundays, just in time for work, on Podbean, on YouTube, on Spotify, on iTunes, on podcast app. So definitely check it out. Tell a friend. I appreciate the donations and subscribes today. We had Austin Rojero resubscribes, Leet Soup resubscribes, and Mr. Jesus sent over $15. Very much appreciated, Mr. Jesus. You guys are awesome. I love the support. Money is the best thing you can give to somebody, other than a blowjob. If you did both, it'd be, you know what, maybe it would cancel each other out some. Not from you guys. I don't need blowjobs from you guys. Mostly just money. But not everyone has money. Not everyone has maps. Not everyone has money. So what you can do is tell your friends about the podcast. Stop Crying Poser is the name of the game. Give me a hell yeah. Give me a hell yeah in the chat so I can see who all stuck around. Not the best, formatting of the podcast when you start talking and then 7 minutes in you have to take a shit. But you know what? We keep it real. We keep it real. Joe Rogan would have shit his pants in the name of podcast. There's no breaks. But here, I'm in charge. Shout out to William, Day Day, Leet Soup, Love My Toe, Mr. Defo, Rast, Geiges in the building. William, Mr. Jesus, Infamy, Day Day, Rast, I appreciate you all for being here. We do this podcast every single Friday, right around 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. What else? Am I missing something? I hope you guys all... Oh, wait. On twitch.tv/Ninja Lifestyle. And I guess that's it. I hope you guys all have a great weekend. And as I always say, don't drink too much, but don't drink too little. I'm going to smoke crack until I'm dead.